think when I was young, probably in my, 10 or 11, I had a couple experiences where folks were injured and asked a lot of questions, and continued to sort of follow that up and became more interested in science. And I also had a couple good role models. Both my grandfathers were doctors, and I was fairly close to them. And it just led to pursuing that in college and then medical school. I've been involved in the Level 1 Trauma Center here at Maine Medical Center since I got here in 2000. And that involves complex trauma, high energy trauma, which often I think taxes me and my education the most, because every fracture is different. Every fracture has its own characteristics, and I think it's really that part of what I do probably makes the best use of my education. I was fortunate to do my residency in the Harvard Combined Program in Boston, so I was exposed to a lot of difficult, challenging cases. Presently I practice total joint replacement. I take care of the lumbar spine, both for spinal stenosis, herniated discs. I practice hand surgery, especially acute trauma hand surgery, mangled extremities, broken fingers, and as well basic general orthopedics, which is a lot of different things, aches and pains, and damages to tissue and tendons and ligaments. My wife and I have been organic farmers, so to speak, since we, ever since we've known each other. And we continue to grow more and more of our food. We enjoy doing that. I'm not going to quit my day job just yet, but I do. We also care for bees. I've been a beekeeper for quite a while. We have a couple, maybe 150 to 200 different fruit trees we take care of, growing fruit. I also enjoy the outdoors, any season, perhaps with the small exception of 3 weeks of mud season here in Maine, where it's rainy and cold and not that much fun to be outside, but enjoy the winter, enjoy the summer. I love open water swimming, so I usually will swim for 6 months or so in the open water, which can include the rivers, the ocean, a lot of lakes in Maine. And then doing things with my kids. I coach at Greeley, girls lacrosse. I've also coached all my kids at various levels of soccer, lacrosse, basketball. Really enjoy coaching. I think the variables in coaching are seemingly almost limitless. The variables of orthopedic surgery, I sort of know all their names, and I can put them in a box at night, and then I can wake up and see them again in the morning. And whereas you coach, there's always some challenge. You're always trying to find the way into one of your athletes' mind to challenge them to go to the next level, and I really enjoy that. So I do that on a regular basis in addition. My mother's family are Merrills, and they go back a long time, in the 1600s in the state. My grandfather, Dudley, was born and brought up in Bangor, and so I've always been attached to Maine. My dad was in the Navy. I was actually born in Taiwan, although apparently I could become president, so don't go there. I was born on a naval base, so I think I'm good if I decide I wanted to do that, but I don't think I really want to at this point. But at any rate, my mother's family, Merrills, have been around for a long time, so I've always been attached to Maine. Always been, even though I grew up outside of Boston, went to Needham High School, but I've always been, I don't think there's been a year in my life that I haven't spent significant time in Maine, so it was, when I finished my training, it seemed like the right thing to do to come live and practice here, and my wife is also similarly inclined and loves Maine.